Hi all, welcome to MSc Technologies. Last class we discussed about how to install a Jenkins and how to create a job in Jenkins. Today class we'll see how to create a job with parameters. Then we'll see the how to run Python file in Jenkins. Okay, now let me come to Jenkins console. Now let me open the Jenkins URL. Already you know what is the URL localhost:8080. If you install in your system, right, you will get this page after launching this URL. Then what we need to do? Now I'm going to create one new job with parameters. Click on the add new item. Here you can give the job name. Job with parameters. Then what is the next approach? We have to click on this freestyle project. Just click on this freestyle project. Then this OK button will enable. Then click on OK. Okay, then it will come to this page. If you want, you can add any description. Job with you come down slowly. Okay, if you see here, right, we have one checkbox. This project is parameterized. Okay, what is the purpose of this parameterized? Mean while running the job, if you want to provide any details to the job, then we have to add some parameters to this job. For that, what we need to do, just we have to select the checkbox. Okay, you can see this option, add parameter. If you click on this scroll down symbol, right, we have different kind of parameter. First one is a Boolean parameter. Yeah, first we'll see this one. Okay, Boolean. Here you can give the any name. Okay. Boolean parameters mean it is a true or false. Only these two values only to accept. Now I'm giving the parameter name as a job underscore. This is the parameter. Okay, Boolean parameter means it accepts the two values, true or false. Set by default. This is an option. If you click this option, what happens? By default, it will be true. Okay. Actually, it is a checkbox. It's come as a checkbox. If unselect the checkbox, it will be false. Okay. Now I made a default. By default, the checkbox will be selected. If you want to give any description regarding this parameter, but example, if you give true, what happened? If I give the false, what happened? Okay. These kind of details we can provide in the description. Usually when we use but example, I want to run the Windows related test cases. Okay. Then I will give the Windows here as a parameter name. Okay. If I select this checkbox, it will run. If I don't select, it doesn't run. That kind of options we can enable by using this Boolean parameter. Next, if you want to add one more parameter, add parameter only. Below you can see add parameter, choice parameter. Choice parameter means we will use some values. Okay, user should select any one of that. User cannot able to enter any new value. Okay, I will provide some values. He has to select anyone. For example, gender. Gender one mean what? Male or female. Okay, I don't want to allow any other value except these two values. That kind of scenario, what we select? Choice parameter. This is the one kind of parameter. Hope you understood. Okay. Now we'll go. Here also you can give the description if you want to give any description. Okay. Now let me add one more parameter. Credentials parameter. Credentials parameters mean sometimes if you want to pass any credentials, okay, you can select this one. You will see let me wonder how it's come. Credentials name you can give, credential type also you can select. Okay, credentials type we have different GitHub, SSH username, script file like this. Okay. As of now, I'm not adding this parameter, but in the future, if you want, you can add if you want to add any parameter kind of things, credentials related things. Okay. Next, file parameter. But example, if you want to upload any file, right, you can give this file parameter. We'll see how it's going in Python. This time giving Python file. That is a file location. Next is what? Multi-line string. For example, multiple paragraph kind of things if you want to pass, right? We can select this. Okay. About about running, but example, what is this run? What kind of test cases we are covering? What is the build number? If you want to provide the details under, you can provide in the here. Okay, default value. But example, without taking the sometimes user doesn't pass any values, right? If you want to take any default value, we can give here. Okay. Just I'm giving it some just I'm giving mistake. Let me pass say sentences. Okay. Like this, if you want to pass a different lines, that kind of sentence and related things under, we can pass. Next, add description, you know, right? If you want to provide any meaningful information regarding this parameter, what is the purpose of this and how to use, what kind of values you can provide. If you want to provide, you can give descriptions. Okay. Add parameter. Next one is what? Password parameter. Password means, let me give login password. If you want, you can provide a default values also. Okay. But example, I want. Okay. Password mean what? Password value while entering, right? It should not be appear. It should come as a dots or star symbols like that. If you want to provide that kind of sensitive information, we selected this parameter. Next is what? Add parameter. Run parameter. Let me see what it is. If you want to know about this parameter, right, you can click on this question mark also. Sorry, not question mark. Here it will be. After run parameter, there is one question mark here, right? Defines a run parameter where user can pick a single run of a certain object. The absolute URL of this run will be exposed as a environment variable or to variable substitution in some other parts of the configuration in the build. This can be used by query Jenkins further information. Okay. What is the meaning of this mean? But example, if you define any parameter here, right? The values under whatever here we are providing, whatever we are getting these values, these we can use into some other jobs also in a Jenkins. As of now, I don't want to use it because I don't want to make any confusion. Okay, let me try reminding this. String parameter is there. String parameter means what? Usually single parameter. Here just I'm giving the name. If you want, you can provide default value, or you can. If you want to know what is the string parameter, what you need to do? This question mark you have to click. Define simple text parameter where user can enter a string value, which can which can use during a build, either as environment variable or through variable substitution in some other parts of configuration. Like this, you can explore the any parameter if you want. Okay, default value, that is up to you. Now I don't want to give any default value. If you give default value, what happens? If user doesn't provide any value, it will take a given value. Okay. Now next what we need to do, come down, build steps. We have to come to till build steps. In the build step also what we need to do, we have to select the execute Windows batch command because we are running this Jenkins job in a Windows system. That's why I want to select this one. If it's a Linux or a Mac, right, you can select the below execute step. Now I'm selecting here. Here what I want to do, I want to print a these variables, parameter values, whatever values we are taking it through parameter, right? That values I want to print on the execution console. Then what is approach? Therefore, then you can take any parameter what on the we have given. This is a Boolean parameter. You can select like this. Control C. If you want to print these variable values on console, right? Execution console. What you need to do? Give a percentage symbol. Give parameter name. Then again percentage symbol. In Windows, we have to get any variable value in Jenkins like this. If it is a Linux or Mac mean, what you need to do, you have to give dollar symbol, then you have to give the variable name. This is the Windows mean we have to represent the variable value like this. Linux or Mac mean we have to represent like this. Okay. Next, what I do, let me print one more parameter also. I given a name also, right? So, then what under we given name, login password. Here, echo is a you can consider as a function or keyword which we use to print a any value. Login password also done. This about run, we'll see. About run mean we can provide values in multiple lines. So, that's all. Now what I have done, I have created some parameters and then I am printing the sum of the parameters in a execution console as a build steps. Build steps mean these are all the operations this build will do. Build mean nothing but a you can consider as a job or run. Okay, this is the build or we can consider as a job. Now if you see, now option came as a build with the parameter. If this job doesn't contains any parameters, right? It's come as a only build. Now because it contains a parameter, it came like build with parameter. If you want to run this job, what is the approach? We have to click on the build with the parameters. Now you see, by default, it is selected a job because we have given that option. If you unselect what happened, the value will be the false. The run job run value will be the false. If I select, it will be true. Now I selected, we'll see what happened. This is gender. Okay, gender means it's come in drop down values. This is a choose parameter. We can give the n number of values. Okay, what is the purpose of this parameter mean? If you don't want to allow user to enter any value, just you will give some values. He should select any one of these values. That kind of scenario, we will go for the choose parameter. Now I'm selecting the mail. Here you can choose a file also. You see from system, right? We can upload any file also. Jenkins file select. See, you can see one file it is selected. That is the purpose of the select. So let me select array. Okay, these kind of options also you can provide for your job. This is about run. This is the default values which I have given. If you want to change, that is up to you. You can change. Next, to change password. Default password I given. If you want to change, you can click here. You can enter a new password. But it cannot be visible because password should not appear for the everyone. Okay, that is the purpose we can go. Name. Name is what? MSc Technologies. Now I'm going to run this build. Okay, all the parameters are given. Now I'm going to run the build. Okay, now run is completed. You can see it's a green. Color is a green. Then if you want to see this job details, what we need to do, click on this job number. Here you can see one is the red because first time we are running this job, the run count is a 1. Just click on this one. Okay, now we will come to this page. Here you can see console. If you want to see execution details. Started by user admin, running as a system, building in workspace. Workspace meaning, okay, from where it is running the Jenkins job. Okay, but example Jenkins workspace is created under workspace job with parameters. If you want to start, if any logs are there, any output is there, that and it will store into this workspace. Now you can see here first parameter what we job run, that is the first parameter, the value is true because we have selected a that value. What is the value? Checkbox we have selected, right? That's why it is echo the value. Actually, it is showing the whatever value we have in that variable. Next is a MS. That is the name we are printing here. Next is a password. I have given as this one. Admin 1 2 3. Next one is a sentence related options. You can see. Okay. Okay, that's all about a parameter kind of things. Here it is not printing anything complete sentence. We'll see later. But this is how we can add a parameters and we can able to print these values in a console. Hope you understand very clearly this parameter concept. Now next we will see the run Python file. Now what is my requirement? I want to create one job where I want to run my Python file. I have one Python file, but example Jenkins job one. This is a Python file. In this file, I have some code actually. Here just I am doing the print statement. This Python file I want to run through Jenkins. This is my requirement. Then what we need to do, we'll see now. Now come to dashboard. Let me create one more job. What you need to do, click on new item. Give the job name, run Python file. Okay, that is up to you. File name is up to you. Run Python file. This is the job name I given. Then we have to select a freestyle project. You can see OK button is enabled. Just click on OK. Okay. Now description. Okay. To run local Python. Local Python means whatever Python file existed in our laptop. Now here parameter kind of things now you can ignore. Just directly come to build steps. Build steps. Add a build step. If we are using the Windows mean we have to select the first one. If it's a Mac or Linux means second one you need to select. Let me select a Windows because I want to run on Windows. Okay. Here what you need to do, whatever box you are seeing here, right? This box is nothing but a terminal. But example, command prompt also you can call it. Open. Now, usually if you want to run any Python file in the local, what you do? How do you run? Python space the file name. What is the file name? Jenkins job. Let us say Jenkins job discrete. This is how you will print a, you will run any Python file. Same, whatever commands we are running in this console, right? Similar commands we can run here. You can run this box. This commands is there, right? Whatever you can able to run in the Windows console, any command we can run here. Okay, you have to consider that is the advantage of this box, or that is the use of this box. Now, if you want to run this Python file, what is the approach? Usually we do the Python, but here we have not specified the path of this file because we are in the same directory. But while running the Jenkins, what you need to do, you have to give the complete path of this file. How do you select the complete Python? This file path means just to do right click, copy to clipboard, copy full file path. Just select, click on this, come here, Python. Sorry. Now where we have this file mean in the D folder, learning Jenkins job. That's all. Now what you need to do, just you need to save. That's all. Now I'm going to run this file through this command. Let me save. Okay, now I have created a job successfully. Now if you want to run, what you need to do, just you need to click on the build now. You can observe here. Now it is simply build now. If you add a parameters, it will come as a build with the parameters. Based on this name only, you can identify whether this job contains any parameters or not. Now let me click build on now. Build on. Now it is completed the execution. Let me come here, console output. Okay, you can see Jenkins job. Now you can see very clearly Jenkins job. This file is ran successfully. This is out. But before that, you have to do some setup. Because already I have done the setup. That's why now we are not seeing any issues. What setup I have done, I will show you. Come to dashboard, manage Jenkins. Then come to systems. Just wait. Sometimes it takes time. Okay, now it is loaded. Okay, we will come to here. Now, after coming this page, what you need to do? Slowly come down. Come to till global properties. Under the global properties, we have one option, environment variables. Okay. Here what I have done, already I have added a Python path because now we are running from a Jenkins environment, but we have installed a Python on our local system. That's mean in Windows system we have installed. Okay. By default, Jenkins cannot able to understand where the Python installed. To understand what we need to do, we have to give the environment variable. But example, in which path in the Windows system it is added, right? Actually, in my system, it is added in path variable. Okay. For that, what I need to do, we have to give the path like this. Then this Python path you need to add. Okay. Now it can able to understand. Okay. Now before that, what I will do, let me remove this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove. Okay, this variable I'm going to remove. This is another approach. This also I'm going to remove. Now we don't have any environment variable. I have removed. Now I'm going to save. Okay. Now let me run the job again, same job. Run Python file. You can click on the build. Now you see the difference. Okay. Now you can see the job got failed. Jenkins job got failed. If you want to see the details, you click on the build number 2. Go to console output. Here you can see very clearly what is the error. This is the error. Python is not recognized as internal or external command. Because simply if you do Python file mean, it cannot able to understand. But how it is understanding here mean, for example, here just I am doing Python. It is understanding. It's able to find the Python. How it is finding, let me show you. Okay. I have added this Python path in a environmental variables in a system. If you want to see the environmental variables in a Windows system, what you need to do, you have to run a set command. It will list out all the environment variables. You can see there are many. WinDAR, username. Okay, these are all the environment variables. Now I have added the Python path. But example, what happens if you install a Python path? If you install a Python, by default it will add into this path. There is a path in here, right? This is the one of the environmental variable in a Windows system. By default, it will add Python. Okay. What is the advantage of adding here? Mean if you add any path here, okay, then you can access. But example, Python is installed here. This path. Let me show you. Here you can see it is installed this path. This path, if I add into this environment variable, then this Python I can access anywhere. That's mean any path, any location in the system. That is the advantage of adding an environment variable to the adding a path to the environment variable. Okay. Now by default it is added into this environment variable. That's why if you run in the Windows system anywhere it can able to recognize. But same if you do in Jenkins it cannot able to recognize. Because Jenkins doesn't know this path. It cannot able to access this path. That's why what you need to do, just you would select this path, exact name, then go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, system, then slowly come down till the global properties section. Till this section we have to come. Here we have a environmental variables. Environmental variables mean in the Jenkins itself, you can define that kind of environmental variables. If you use here, these variables you can able to access across the Jenkins jobs. Then do click add. Here you give the path of this one. Then what you need to do? Percentage symbol, this name, percentage, semicolon. Then you have to give the path of the Python where it is installed. Okay, it is installed here. You can see. Select, paste. Then let me compare whether it is same or not. Okay, this is same only almost. If you want, I will add this backslash also. Here, what we are doing, this is the path we are adding to. In this path, we are adding to this. Okay, this is the syntax you need to follow. Then let me add a backslash also. Don't miss exactly. You have to do whatever I am doing. Then save. Okay, what I am doing, Now I'm informing to Jenkins where Python is installed in my system. Now it can able to recognize. It will go to that path, then it will find the Python. Then it will execute a given file. Now if you want to run, you can run here also. Sorry, this is not Python file. This is the run Python. Now run is completed. Now you can see it is got passed. If you want, I will show you again. Go to this job number, console output. You can see the output of this Python file, Jenkins job. This is the one approach of running a Python file. Now let me show one more approach. What is one more approach? We'll go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, systems, scroll down till global properties. Now I'm going to add one more parameter. You can create any parameter and you can give any value to that parameter. Okay, how to but example, I want to save complete my system Python path into one variable. The variable name I want to give Python underscore. This name is up to you. Whatever name you want to give. Okay, here we have to give the name also like Python. Okay. Now let me save. Okay, this variable contains this value. It's very simple. Okay. Save. Now go to this job, configure. How to build the steps. Here, what you can do, just you give that variable one. What is the variable name? Python underscore path. That means it's contained a complete path of the Python. But before this, how you have to define this variable mean? You have to define with the percentage. Then only it will represent the value of that variable. Okay. Now let me run this. Now you can see it ran the successful. So let me see. Jenkins. Okay. This is also another way to run Python. Want let me run again. You can see your file. What I have done, let me explain. We have two ways. One is what you can do. You can create your own Jenkins environment variable, and we can add with the value. This is the one way. What we are doing, we have created our own Jenkins variable, and I have added a complete Python. Then this path I am using here. This variable I am using here. Okay. This is nothing but okay, if you give like this mean, it is nothing but giving this. Apart from giving the complete path like this, these values we are storing into one variable. That variable we are using. That's all. If you do like this also, same. Or if you do like this also, that is also same. Python. Okay. Apart from giving that much sentence here, just we are storing it to this variable. We are using this variable apart from that complete sentence. And another advantage is this variable we can use n number of times. In the same job, I want to use other place also, you can use. And we can use the multiple jobs also. In this Jenkins setup, right? You may have the hundreds of jobs. In the 100 places also, you want to use same value. Apart from using the hard-coded value, we can save into one variable. This variable you can use any job. That is also one advantage. And another approach is what? We have to find the where it is stored in the Python in our system. That path we have to give the way how I mentioned earlier. Okay. Okay, that's all. We'll see the remaining things, what we can do in the Jenkins job. We'll see the next classes. That's all today class. Bye.